Hey guys, welcome back to Timberborn. So, something updated. Okay, there's ladder. There's mod settings. Oh, that's right. These all updated. That's why they're not in the same location. Should be okay. So let's give this a quick look at. Everything should be fine though. Okay, and we're in platforms. Go here, stairs. Yep, my ladders. Everything should be here still. Well, let's go ahead and play and get moving a little bit. So we're in a drought. Right. I'll go ahead and pause this real quick. Would be why our water is what it is. Should have enough water to get through it. Okay, housing. We got our food. Of course, we got more food. It's really good that we have water here, though. That way, all this stays green. Obviously, the more water we have, though, the better. And I would like to get this dammed up. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do power real quick. Power generator, and I'm going to... we don't really have a lot of this, do we? No, we got some, but not a lot. Save me from having to... 120 science points. Gotcha. Well, I guess we're just gonna speed this up real quick and just go. Two people out of jobs, so give both of them jobs. Get some more planks going. And yeah, I should have. Okay, so I've got this here set up. Okay, so if I do stairs, the ladder will cost me 250. That'll cost me 100. Honestly, the ladder is probably more efficient because I don't gotta worry about as much wood. Yeah, so I'll probably do that as soon as I get 250. The levy's 120. If I did that and I started going across here, I could get this filled up. Yeah, that'd probably work. And I could destroy this, which would then add water here. It is going to be very close with my water here. Got a singular day left, and those water pumps will start again, and these guys will stop, which is not great. It's not the worst. Actually, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to unpause these manually, and just the way those guys can get to making a second of water right now, because I have, I just got a little bit left, and then I'll get some of that going. Say storage, water storage. definitely don't have that right now. So we'll just add some, want some more water here. Restart that. Excellent. Yep, and there comes the water. Okay. That's looking pretty good. I see you've already got everything, which is excellent, so I'll start you up there, and I'll cancel that. Let him get all this wood cleaned up. That means I'm not running this, but I can be because I have 4 people currently not working. And unpause that. Unpause that. And honestly, I'm thinking of another water pump here. Set that to a high priority. Okay, so I have 130. If I were to do the dam, that's 20. Which, I'm not sure if I can really get to that right now. Okay, that's level with that, which is good. It's 100. It's also a lot better than... Yeah, I'll do the platform next. I want to get this built so I can start getting water built up in here. Then I can destroy that. Let's suppose I can get a plat. No, I can't get a path across that. Well, that actually could work. So if I put stairs here, and then from this there, and then another set of stairs, not like that. Another set of stairs here, and then crossed like that. That should, yeah, that's good, yeah. Okay, yeah, so that should work out great. I should have a lot more water. Let's see. Unpause that. Get as much planks as I possibly can. Let me see here. Nothing to do in range. Aren't you? Oh, you're the lumberjack. That's right. You're the... And the barriers are filled. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pause you and just let you sit there. So I got carrots here. What I got going on here? Get you guys harvesting. And also, I can afford to give you a third person. Okay, and look at that. I got those in, which means that they can now start building these, and then they can literally just... No, they can't go across, actually. But I can do this, which will allow them to come down and build across. that as their main priority. So I should be... I'm not making planks. Crap. Okay, so I need planks. Never mind, I don't need planks. Okay, I'm fine. I had just enough apparently, and plus one extra, to do that. So they'll start building that now, and that'll be done. And as soon as that's done, I can open this up, which will allow me to start flooding this with water, which should hold water and not have any of it flow out like that. Because I don't want any of it to flow out. I want it to flow. Yeah. Okay. Pause you, because you've gotten everything that's in this area right now. Setting up a pathway there. How am I looking on... Let me click on this real quick. Okay. Actually, I click on my district, that'll give me that information. That's changing the name, district center, here we go. 18 beds. And I have 18, I have 16 adults, 2 children. It's not bad. I do have 2 people that aren't working currently though. That should do it. Yeah, and then they are slowly getting all the water filled up. Can I make that ladder yet? How much was that? It was 250. Once I get water here, I will probably move this over, and I'll move, which will allow this to make more trees. Man, if you're thirsty, go get some water. Like, I don't... There we go. Yeah, come on. Yeah, this isn't gonna get finished until tomorrow. Now that I'm really thinking about that too, when I do this, I'm gonna want to put floodgates here. So if a bad water happens, I can close this so the food would stay good and the bad water would pump through. But yeah, forget the ladder. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. And that is done. So I will prioritize those, and then I can select demolish these, and then I'll just lower those. Well, and then that's an issue as well, because if this becomes a bad tide, that's where all their water is. Okay. Thinking about it, I can demolish a bunch of this stuff. Okay, I don't need that anymore. I click on this. Why is the water flooding right now? Okay, I think it's just fluctuating because of that. There it goes, okay. Set up to pick that up. No available storage within... screw it, I'll just destroy that then. You go here, I'm going to destroy these pathways. I don't want them coming over here in the case of a bad water. Sadly, I don't have a place for planks yet. That's okay, though. Nope. I wish to destroy things. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah. I've got a much more area for that, which means I can move the food here. So I'm going to go to food. I'm going to make a efficient farmhouse. I'm going to stick that. Stick that right there. Yeah, there's some bad waters. 2 bad waters there. Which I could dynamite. Later on, I can dynamite this little segment here, which will push the bad water there, and I can dam up either side of this to help clean that, stop this flooding this direction. There's none in this one. And if I dammed this one off, it would push it this way and out. Yeah, that's where those two meet, and then it also goes that direction. Okay, so that has been done. So let's go ahead and put let's put carrots here. There's my drought, which is okay with me. I'm gonna do some platforms this way. That's platforms, but some... Yeah. Okay, so I want to do some water pumpers over here. Which means I can do this. This, and I can plant carrots. Okay, and then what I want to do, I want to pluck out all of those, because this should, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually secure, yeah, let them pick up all of this, and then I'll, okay, if that's all there is, so I'm going to destroy this one, destroy this one, which will start shifting the water guys over here. I will set these to the highest priority. And all of that's filled too, but I'll also pick all this up over time. Good news is that since it's a drought, I don't have to worry about it as much. Thank God this is a bad water. I might be a little screwed. Might just slightly have been a little screwed if that had been a bad tide. Okay. Well, they're replanting. I don't want them to replant. I do need this to be the main priority, though. Carrots, 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 carrots. It is too far away. Okay, gotcha. So let me just pluck that up. So I can go like this. Which should allow them to reach all of that. Yeah, okay, well. And I can destroy that afterwards. I'm just gonna then there's my drought. cancel all this. I don't want this to be farmland anymore. So over here will be the farmland. Carrots, carrots. All that's been done now, so I can go to demolish. Demolish all of this. And this. And then I can put that carrot back in. And I can go, not cottontail, sunflowers. So I want sunflowers all right there. Excellent. Yes, I see you. I see you're having issues there. Okay. Oh, you know what? With me destroying those, I should have copied and pasted the rules over. That's not great. So let's go here. Let's go. That's not it. Yes. Pause during droughts. You pause during that. Okay, so click here and edit rules. Okay. Script. Copy that script. I'm gonna add script. Paste the script. And then I'm gonna change it from drought weather to bad tide. Then I wish to pause. Test. Unmatched quote. So this is the issue. Let's test it like that. Normally it'll tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay. I'm gonna save and close. Okay, so it won't let me do that yet. Okay, I'm gonna have to discard that. Then I'll save and close. Okay. Yeah, it should just be bad tide. Why is it bad tide? Bad tide weather. Makes a load of sense. Okay. So if I add script, I should still have that copied. Nope. Copy. Paste. Then get rid of drought. And do bad tide. Then test that. And then, okay, there we go. Let's save that. Okay, so. Save that. So if season is drought, then pause building. If season is bad tide, then pause building. A script. Add a script. We're going to copy this. Paste it. Then I'm going to delete. Then I'm going to... Actually, just going to discard this one. Pause. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll go script. Click, copy that, and then I switch it from drought to temperate. Test. Works just fine. Save. Save and close. There are rules about run the editing, complete them first. Oh, there it is. Save. That makes sense. Okay. So if season equals drought, pause building. We're in a drought. If season bad tide, pause building. If season is temperate weather, resume building. Copy the rules. And I will paste those on all of those. Okay. So that is now good, and that should be fine. Excellent. How far do you reach? Pretty far. I'll give you that. Pretty far. Oh, there's carrots there I didn't see. Get those carrots pulled up. And... I got a couple spots missing in here. I might try to fix that later. Or move them, I don't know. Okay, yeah, there we go. Probably actually what I'm going to do is... well, later on I'll clear up the space next to it, and I'll have two of them, and one will set to harvest, one will be set to planting, and then 3 of them will harvest, 3 of them will plant in the same area. Makes it a little bit more efficient. Okay, 253, which I do believe is now enough to get my ladder. Just enough to get my ladder. Okay, excellent. So ladder, yes. And I put a ladder there. And then I attach a road to that, and then a road to this. And then I go, yeah, I'll go up. And I'll go up, 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 up. Then I'll just go ahead and connect all of these. And since I got a bunch of trees up here, what I'll do is I just set this here, and I'll set someone to cut all these down. Probably these ones first, though, is what I'll focus on first. And then yeah, that's so much better for what it is. I like ladders a lot. Our water's looking pretty good still. Yeah. Our water levels were definitely a lot better this time. Then again, we were also pumping for a while during that said fiasco, so yeah. Okay, and then the drought ended, and then that'll start going, and then what I'll do is I can set that going there. And actually, big question is could I reroute a drought or a bad tide with this? So let's see, I would have to go up from this level. That's not what I wanted to do. X, there we go. So I have to do it from this level. Get rid of the water here. From this level, I'd have to go up at least 2. So I'd have to go up to this level with floodgates. And then if a bad tide were to happen, I open the floodgate, which would then push the water here, would fill this up with bad tide, and then it would come all the way out here and out this direction. And I can't really go back. I can probably come back and fill this up right here, but it couldn't go any further back. So if I built a dam right here, or even going across like this, I would be fine. How are we looking at this? Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. However, what I'm thinking of is I need to do some storage and do a large pile. And I'll throw planks in that. It would help if I did connect that. That is fair. Okay. I guess we're filled on water. Is that... Yeah, I guess that's the max amount of water we can have. Actually, could I... Oh yeah, that's all been... So this is normally an area that's okay to be, because the water doesn't go past, I think, this point here. Could be wrong about that, though. Yeah, I did. Actually, the water's flowing right now, so it actually doesn't go past this point right here. So this up here would definitely be fine. So if I destroyed this, I can move all the water from over there to over here. Which, honestly, is not a bad idea. Just so that way, if a bad tide does come through, I don't have water over there. Because that, would be a good thing. And then, say platforms, is it easier to do my stairs, so 1 and 4, or 4 and 6? It'd be easier to do that, yeah. Okay. And would you look at that? I'm up. I can start, probably start going across here. Which is going to be a lot of planks. It'll definitely be a lot of planks. Excellent. Nope, I need storage. Water. Set everything to water real quick. Super easy. And then what I can do is I can start like grabbing these and I can start pumping out of them because I don't want these to be filled. Okay, so that's 4. I'm losing 7 and I've built 8. Which is really good, actually. So I'm actually still increasing. Okay. Looking pretty good on food, and food's looking good, water's looking good. Something I really should be concerned about, though, is eventually producing too many beavers compared to my food and water. So I definitely need to watch that. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and do trees. And I really like doing oak trees. They just seem to not only be the best, but they do take a minute. Which isn't terrible. Oh, yeah, I got that perfectly well. So right here also is an okay location to put stuff. So if I go here, I go to this one. Could build like that. I can actually go like this. And then destroy that. I'll build a small bridge right here to go across eventually. But for now it's fine. I'm gonna put more blueberries here. Like more storage. Throw it here, and then more blueberries. Okay, and the water's looking really good there. I think a big issue though is that they're producing the water that's going in here rather than taking it from here. For the most part, at least. And then I'm gonna go back to this, and I'm gonna do some. Yeah, I'll do more oak. Which should, as soon as I start putting trees here, it should push this off into the walkway. No available storage space for sunflower. Yeah, see, that's a small issue, is that I never made a supply location for those, so that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Worst case scenario, if we get another drought, because like when that happens, I'm destroying this pathway right here, all these pathways, and I'm gonna hope that none of them have any reason to come over here, because that's not gonna be a good thing. Okay, so that one's empty, so I can just destroy it. Honestly, I could destroy all these over here, and it would probably be fine, and they would take a minute to come grab all the water. What do you think here? Platforms. How much are those? 100? That's not terrible. Definitely getting some planks and logs gathered. I'm going to pause 2 of these real quick just to slow down to my water and just to get it moved a little faster, I think. 4 beavers that are not working. Okay. So I go to district. Could I do a Holland post, I think? Yeah. It's going to be the lowest priority in my workplace, and I'm going to only have 4 workers. So if I have the people who are free, I like to have them there in the post. However, if I have, like, I want to focus more on my food and water, then I want to be focused on hauling. Even though hauling, like, it's good in the sense that then instead of these guys having to bring all their water over here, the haulers will come and grab it. But in overall production, I'm more concerned about just having these buildings running than these guys. Okay, and that got built really fast. I got my 4 workers in there. So, like, if someone dies here, they'll move over, rather than it just being sitting empty. Okay, more water storage. I just did that, didn't I? No, okay, they're facing the right direction. Okay. It's always fun setting these up. I wish they had a quick button that allows you to do that. Okay, here we go. Pathways, we'll do pathway there. And I'll do pathway here, because I'm going to put waters on that side as well. Excellent. That'll definitely be a lot of water. And like I said earlier, I'm just gonna... And then there should be... Yeah, there's water in there. So they'll grab the logs starting off, and then they'll grab water after that. Probably as their space opens up, the hauler should do that. Might throw a second one of these guys down just to help increase on this workload here. Eventually. So is that 3, 6, 9? I got 18 total beavers. Unless I move them. I probably will move them out of this area and move them down here somewhere. Mostly because, like, their houses are kind of, if I set them, like, here, their homes are, they can be built on. So I could do, like, this. Which means I could then theoretically do a platform here, and I could do food storage here, which is an option. I'm gonna go ahead and just and all that should still be within the range to grab. So I want them to grab all of this stuff and get that all put up. That means this is... Oh, this is all sunflower seeds, that's right. I haven't done sunflower seeds yet. Let me do that. And I'll switch these ones here to sunflower seeds. Since this has berries in it, I will have to get rid of the berries first. There, now it's empty of berries. And now it is accept, which means that they can now put these up. I really hope... They grabbed them out of there. I really hope they grab these off the ground first. So let's set that to a max priority. I'm gonna set all this actually to a max priority because I want all this picked up. Get a grinder set up somewhere. It should be in a well-being. Teeth grinder. That's that one right. No, because I want to put a path there later. There we go. They got that picked up. They should start on this here soon. Which is the fact that I just only have 4 builders is the kind of the reason this is going so slow. But I see up here that they did get this done. The drought portion. That's fine. I can live with the drought. I can live with the drought, yeah. Nope, I don't want that. I want the levee. Okay, so I need to go up 1 more level. If I do that, I can theoretically go back across here when I get those things I want at 100. Why don't I have... Oh, yeah, see that would explain a lot. Yeah. See that, that'll suck from these guys here, which is fine. Might turn those rules off, because as of the moment, I don't want them to kind of pause at all. So just get rid of these real quick. But yeah, just want you guys just kind of endlessly pumping away at that research. I really got the food and water going now. I'm going to high prioritize that. And excellent. Pathway. Okay, so that's on level with that. On level is not what I need. I need... What do I need again? Levies is what I need. Okay. So... You need to go up 1 to start pushing through there. So... Actually, yeah, that's what I think I'm going to have to do. I think I'm going to have to build these behind it so my guys can get across. And then I need a 2-tiered floodgate. Which should be the exact height I need. And I'll just go across with this. But to do that, I need to put these platforms behind it. There's the drought. So those have stopped, which is good. Which means they should have taken their summer jobs here. 6 days, that's not terrible. I have water. I think more water is over here. Yeah, I still have more water over here. Right. I'm building more water. It is being built, I swear. I swear that it is being built as we speak. Which then should make it where they grab the rest of the water for now. Okay. So it's grabbing that now. So let's go. Should put me up at level with that, which means that I can go across and build all of this stuff. All of this stuff. They won't be able to build these. But if I allow them to do... Nope, this. I do that. That should allow them to build these. Yeah, so I'm actually kind of going up in water right now. Get a drink of water, dude. Like, you're literally carrying water. You're both carrying water in your hands. Okay. What? Sure. Sure. Really, this is kind of where I'm focusing my wood right now. I apologize, good sir. I have made it where you don't really have much to do. I should prioritize these. Not that. Those can be semi-priority, but I want these to be all priority. Because when the summer ends, I want them to be pumping as much water as they possibly can. Which then allows these guys to, or this guy to really cut down these trees. Yeah. Okay. I do need to set this going across. I'm getting kind of far away from my district at this point. I definitely can't do one district across this entire map, so I probably have to split it into probably 3 or 4 different districts, which is okay. How's everyone here looking? Fairly decently. Fairly decent. Although if I take him and put him here, then I can definitely do this. You're a lumberjack. I obviously don't need a lumberjack right there anymore. I do need that. So I think my plan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to cancel 2 of those, because that is a 2. And I'll go to wood, lumberjack, or the forester, plant the forester there. And when I do that, I will grab blueberries, and I will set up blueberries, which should get all the extra pockets and makes the grass look tilled. Of course, they won't get to that for a minute until they get all of this done, and then that. This will help increase my wood. However, I am really looking good on both of those. Both planks and on logs. They're both looking really good. Where's my metal at? Is it? Okay, it's way over here in the bad zones. Gotcha. That'll be a thing eventually. I wonder if I blocked this off going here, if all the water would drain out, and then nope, just would come to the exact same location. Wouldn't do me any good. Is there a water source near you right here? Oh, hey, I think I... Yeah, okay, it's bad water. I was gonna say, I just still have that turned on. Why is that so clear? There we go. I forgot to turn that off after I turned it back on after I turned it off earlier. That's always great. And then, yep, really getting that water going. I just need to increase what can be cut down. So I want all this cuttable. Yes, all of you are cuttable. And then I gotta go through here and just for my OCD. Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say, just to keep my OCD clean there. I can also turn that on. And again, one of them gets the entire area, so I probably won't worry about that for right now. So that'll suck them away, which means that I have no one working here currently. And there's that coming back across, and yeah, so the reason they're not building this is because of the fact I made everything over here priority. So as soon as I get all this built, then I'll start doing that, which is good. Of course, it's gonna float a little bit as the water fixes itself. And there's the bad tide coming back through. But about 400. Just went a little beneath that. After that was pretty good. They should start pumping these full of water fairly quickly, and I shouldn't have any more water. Nope, I lied. There's water right there. Yeah, there's still water here. Yeah, there's still a lot of water there. That's there. Okay. So that's red right there. But if I cleared that, and then I want to clear this, and I go here, I put a stair, then I put a pathway, and I'll connect that there as soon as I pull that out. Should be able to connect that, and it should make it this area green connection instead of it being red and orange. Should make all this green, because instead of then going all the way around to get to this area, then they can just go and hit straight up. So that should increase that a little bit, make it not as bad. Good. As soon as I get it, I'm gonna probably dynamite a bunch of this. Clear this area up so I can get more water pumpers in here. For now, I'm gonna... Yeah, okay, last one. Shouldn't take them, yeah. They'll get this done tonight. Here we go. Should be the last little bit of this. And, yep, done. They'll start building this now. Mostly because I kind of feel like I'm really in need of a population increase. That'll be 3-6. That'll be 9 extra beavers that I can fit my population in. Then we can start building this. Yeah. Eventually I want to get levees here. So as the water comes, there'll be more levees here, which the levees will, as soon as the bad tide hits it, lock these, which will then fill this up, which will then unlock the top levees, which will then push the water out of the map, rather than allowing it all the way through my good water and killing just about everything I have. Hopefully. That is the future plan of what's going on, which will also keep all this green. It's a lot of trees. Thankfully, if we do have a bad tide, even if all these trees died, I still get the same amount of wood from them. So that's not a big issue at all. Okay. time. They got a happiness of 6. Honestly, I'm gonna make a rooftop terrace just so they have something to go to. Honestly, doing really well. It's like 5 day 5. Yeah. Surprised they don't go and just build that from the top. So it's got green in it, so that means that can handle sunflowers. Okay, so if you're not building this, what exactly are you building? What else? Is there something else that I set to high priority and that I didn't realize? No, that's high priority. So what, okay, here we go. Now we're building it. And they are going from the top, not going from the bottom. I think they're just filling these up with water, which is looking pretty good. Honestly, Bat Tide also really works really well for power. So I could eventually look into that. Really, the straight shoots are really good. Not that I have a lot of those. But I think this will be a good place to stop this episode. We got some work done with our trees. We got our water moved in case of a bad tide. We got preparations in case of a bad tide so our food won't be destroyed. We got water moved over so they won't go try to get their water during a bad tide. Got all the rules set back up and a bunch of planks and logs done. I will see you guys in the next episode.